Hello, everyone. I hope that the Most High has been giving you what you need in these last days that we are living under the regime that has been so cruel to us. Today is a pleasant morning here in Northern California, and I give praise to the Most High for giving me the lessons that I'm learning right now. These past several months, it has been a discovery of really communing and communicating with the unseen world. That which has given me a new sense of freedom, a sense of dignity, and of revelation. And I just want to say from the outset how grateful I am and how wonderful it feels to be able to sit in quietness and speak with the Most High or with the angels who are his or her messengers. You know, it's a funny thing because I was terminated from a job that was filled with hostility. It was a hostile work environment. I was basically ran out of there. At least that's what my experience was. But I come to now realize that actually Most High God has been orchestrating such an event. And I know that because of what has happened afterwards. And also my equilibrium and the keen sense of freedom. Now, of course, I am a descendant of American slaves, so I didn't walk out of there with a whole bunch of money. But I did get a nice little nugget to start off with. And that really did save me as far as with housing and insurance and medical and car and all the things that is the American life. And this morning, for the hour of 6 a.m., I was in and out of sleep. And then I finally woke up around like 6:30, and I just kind of laid in bed, and the creator of the universe was bringing a lot of clarity to me regarding why the rest of the world is going to pay the same debt that America is going to pay, or that she's in the midst of paying. As many of you will know, most of these countries, if not all of them, as you see them now, have been propped up by America. They are largely servants of America, whether or not they gave themselves over to the system or America went in there with her military and took it, and then they capitulated and stopped fighting and went into the ways of white supremacy. And the cost of that was to treat us horribly when some of their kinmen and kinwomen came over here through immigration. And what we realize now as the children of Israel is that that started from the very moment they landed here in America. And now that ill treatment has come to a head, they're just as obstinate as the Americans that have been the dominant in this society. And so they are going to have to also come to the bar line of justice and pay just as much, if not more, than what these people will pay. Why? Because their foundations are very fragile. It's contingent upon white interests and white commerce and white money. So when these people fall, they will fall along with them, but they will land harder or may land harder than the perpetrators. These immigrants have wallowed in the blood money that was given to the devil's children, and they have loved it that way. They've made no real moves to change it, let alone destroy it, only to bind themselves further in its applications. And now that the devil's children are no longer able to eat from us, they are now actively devouring their own. And they're starting with the immigrant. Of course, they have moved on to their own children. I heard somewhere today in the news that President Trump has been booed. I guess he was at a sports game, and the crowd turned around and started to boo him. That won't make him change. And in fact, if we are to believe the biblical stories, it is going to be Elohim, Jehovah, who will harden his heart towards that booing. So I suspect that the president is going to go back to the White House and tighten the noose around this country even more. The gates of prosperity have now been closed to all the nations, and they will not be opening anytime soon for the foreseeable future. And this is a good thing because it denotes that the children of Yah, that our rise is now here and present in this world. You are going to regret how you treated us. And I am really talking to the immigrant, whom some of you actually have our blood coursing through your veins. Some of you are a nation because women like myself were literally raped. And that produced you. And for you to turn on us in the way that you have done, especially the least of us, will not go unanswered by the Most High. Trouble is in every nation. Lately, I've been watching what's been going on in places like Japan and China, and how these people who have made it a professional job to tie their lips to the backsides of white men and white women whenever these individuals walk into the room. I have seen it with my own eyes. It's worse than cooning. But I have looked at many of the videos, and these people are literally in their own countries with their own governments. It seems like they are working from sun up to sundown, like they are being worked into the grave. And they live in these little like mouse boxes. It is not a life that I would want. It is not a life that I need. And it is not a life that I envy. Many of these people are being thrown out of their homes. They're living on the street, and they get up and then they go to a job. It is, wow. And what I realized, what we knew as a nation, as the children of Yah, what we always suspected was that the veneer that American white men and white women tried to paint of China and Japan, they was always trying to paint another country in our face, that this country is successful and they're just, technologically advanced, and they got this and they got that and blah, blah, blah. while they're all running to America to fit in where they can get in. We knew that that was BS. I just want to tell the dominant society, or the powers that should not be, we knew in our hearts, the creator of the universe put it in our hearts that this is all BS. You're not seeing the underbelly, but one day I'm going to show y'all the underbelly, and we are seeing the underbelly now. These people know that's nothing to look up to at all. It's one thing if an invader comes to your country or comes to your landmass and you fight like hell until the last man and woman before they take you into slavery and work you to death. It's another when it's your own people that's doing it and you're in your own country, and no one, in my estimation, that would be more tragic. It's the same thing everywhere else. And this is why we never allowed you to tell us how great you are and what achievements you made. We saw you. We discern you under the Spirit. We knew exactly what you were and how you were, and that you were given stuff, gifts, goodies, and giveaways. You were given all kinds of things. You weren't doing it under your own steam. We knew it, and you knew it, and they knew it. But the very fact that you would actually participate in this, that's something that's abhorrent to the Most High. The very fact that you knew where you were coming, and you knew what these people had done, and you knew the crimes that were being committed, not only here, but where you were, and that you would hopscotch over here and wag your finger at us. Do you know how pissed the Most High must be at you right now? Yes, you're going in with them too, unfortunately. And we are sitting here clear of conscience because we not only asked you, in some cases we begged you, and it was our expectation, because you did not say out loud that no, we're not doing that. When we go over there, we're gonna be the oh my goodness, we're gonna be the wedge in between. Oh my goodness, you lied. You lied by omission. That's why all of this is happening to you. When you get over here, nearly all of you, they said 70%, I'm going to say 90, because they're not going to give us a true number. When you come over here, soon as you landed, there was a package for you. And that package was supposed to be to the children of the slaves. And you were aware of that. And I'm talking to the immigrants, illegal and legal. You were aware that you were getting stolen goods. And that package was given to you, and you took it and you ran with it. But the most egregious thing you did was to turn back around and kick us in the teeth. That was the most horrible thing that you did. That was the thing that sent the creator of the universe to condemn you to the rest of the children of the devil. In other words, like them, you have earned this ass whooping. So if there's anything that I worry about, is that although the children of Yah, the children of Jacob, the children of Israel will be confined to the New Jerusalem, what my concern is, and what my prayer is with the Most High, is that their desire to integrate with other people and to be around people who are white or white-like, to desire their enemies, right? That don't give a crap about them, and that they will be grumbling, and that they will be fidgety, and why we gotta be here just us, and my husband and my wife and my kids and everything like that. What I ask is that the Most High make it to where that they just, for a little while, they can't leave, because we do need that separation just to get our bearings. And or if they do leave, that we set them out there to you. We're going to send them out there into where you are at. And I think that will probably be a program where, okay, if you want to go, you're going with them. And and they're going to be well aware of where they're going to. and they will not be able to come back for a period of time. Those individuals will be locked out. So if you decide that, hey, I'm going over there, then you're going over there. You won't be able to hopscotch back in it because that's going to be too disruptive. And I'm talking about to the descendants of American slaves that have bound themselves to some of our enemies. And so, you know, well, I can see why, the creator of the universe kept me single, because I don't have that kind of problem, unfortunately. Fortunately, I don't have that kind of problem. But I know a lot of our sisters and brothers do. You're going to have to choose. And once you choose, the door is going to be closed for a period of time. And there's going to be a lesson in that as well, if you choose to go. If you choose to go with them, with our known enemies, then that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to be allowed to go, I suppose. And because only for the first, when New Jerusalem begins to open up, I suspect that the people that will be engaging the other nations, because they're going to be in complete anarchy and turmoil, that it will be the administrators, the governance, the governing individuals who have been anointed. And because many of them are going to be absolutely perfect, and they'll be working with the 144,000 on the other side of the veil, or the other dimension. And so they will have the fortitude to go in and deal with them people and not get mesmerized through sexual or any type of other things, solicitations that these people are trying to give them, because they're going to want to have what we have, even more so. So they're going to engage them first, I suspect. It won't be the population of New Jerusalem, but those people, and they're going to be there for a reason. They're going to have to deal with them and get them in line. And as I said in my other, in another video, that they may, in time, it won't be soon, but in time, they may have to come in. If they are allowed to come in, they'll probably come in individually or by a small group, but they're not going to just be sitting up here lounging around with us. So your decisions below the waist that has gotten you tied up with these people is not going to be New Jerusalem's problem. And even though you may have had friends, maybe, I mean, we really don't know what friendship is with these people. And I'm talking about all of them. So that's something that we'll probably have to learn, some boundary lines. So anyway, that's what was brought to me. And thank you for listening. Like and share. Comment. Bye.